Hey, everybody.
Hello, yay!
So, in case you're new around here, I am Hillary Buchholz, and I'm here with Patty Quinn, and we are the co-founders of We Heart Hounds, but we also have a very special guest with us here today, and we're so excited to talk to him.
We are. Oh my gosh, everybody, this is going to be an awesome day. I'm super excited about it. We have with us Pat Burns of Pugalicious Pet Treats. Who doesn't love like amazing all natural freeze-dried pet treats, tasty toppers, and chewy chips? These guys have it all. We're super excited to have you with us here today, Pat. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, no problem. I'm thankful for everyone taking interest in our product.
Yeah. So speaking of your product, I love the idea of the all-natural pet treats, but can you give us a little bit of background on what the motivation was for you and your wife, Michelle, to start Pugalicious?
Yes, in 2017, our pug has food allergies, so we had two pugs at the time, and we got another pug, and we named him Ace, and we found out that he was itching really bad. And we didn't know why, and we found out that it was food allergies. And I went to the store and tried to get whatever novel protein I can get, because that's what's suggested. So duck was the novel protein we chose. And when we were buying more of that as treats, the shelf was actually empty. I think the company that we were purchasing it from was going through a transition, and it was running really low, and we were like, well, what else could work for our pet? And we didn't know. My wife and I have owned a restaurant before, so it kind of an entrepreneur type of mindset. Why don't we just make them ourselves? So Pugalicious was not completely born yet. We were just trying to figure out what can we do, and how do we start this off.
Yeah. So did you feed them to your other pups, or is it just Ace? I mean, was this something that, did you see like an immediate benefit to his allergy conditions and all that kind of stuff?
Yes, chicken and beef are the number one food allergies that pets usually have trouble with. And when they get a little bit of that, or maybe if my daughter drops a chicken nugget on the ground, and Ace eats it, so they'll itch, they'll bite their paws, or we had a situation where he would go after his armpits, and they call it elephant skin, so it's like really rough, so that we didn't know what to do, and we didn't want to just feed them pills or allergy pills, or you want to try to figure out what is going on. My background is in manufacturing engineering, so I knew what we were purchasing. So it's a freeze-dried process, and it's all natural. If you have any issues with preservatives, or you just want to eliminate any variables, as an engineer, that's really what you want to do when you're trying to solve a problem. So we wanted to kind of use that as a baseline, what worked for our pet, and then we decided to look for equipment. And then we found out that after trying to decide the name for the company, that Pugalicious was not trademarked. So Pugalicious Pet Treats was available for us to use, and that was very surprising to us. It's such a cute name that
of course. And I love the logo you got behind you.
The logo is adorable.
It's like the whole personality of a pug in one picture. Like, I just love that. It's great.
Yeah, it really worked out really well. There's probably many stories that we can go through to so you probably want me on the show again, because there's too much. There's a story about the logo. There's a story about how to design bags. There's there's the struggle of starting a small business. We knew we had a great name, but we also had to supply a really great product, and that's what we've done. and
Yeah, do you
duck
want
is
to
where we started.
go through some of the flavors and types and all that good stuff? You've got a plethora of examples in front of you. I'm sure my little Ginger would be drooling at each and every little bag.
Right. So one of the most important things about why our business model works so well is a lot of our products aren't available through other companies. They just don't want to do freeze drying, or
Okay.
they have a paragraph of ingredients,
Yeah.
and you don't know what exactly is in there that could be helpful. You can have something that could be labeled as bison, and then you look in and there's chicken mill. So our
Oh, wow.
products
Yeah.
meet kind of a void in the market. So as a small business, a lot of companies do not compete, even the larger ones. So we have a huge advantage to low overhead and products that customers want and ask for. And that's what separates us. Actually, some of our products are not even made by any other company.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
so
We
I'll
have
go
somebody.
through.
Go
We
ahead.
do
Go
have
ahead, Hillary.
a question here from Jason Peters. He's asking if you guys ship to Canada. So,
Yes, we do. Our website is where we're directing a lot of our new customers and current customers, possibly from Amazon. We want to start selling more from our website just because of margins. I
Sure.
don't have to produce as much. Um, that's another thing that sets us apart as a company. We're a family business, and we're never going to be sold. We're never going to be on the stock market.
Right.
With my background, we may have a very small facility, but our intentions are not to build this brand
Right.
and then
Yeah.
and exploit it. So that's one thing that's a part of the brand itself, is that if you're a customer of ours, we actually refer to you as our Pugalicious family.
yeah.
And so if you, that's including our retail customers. So if there's ever any problems with a bag, or we've had dogs bite them off the shelves and puncture the bag, and there's not like, well, you've already purchased the bag. It's your problem. It's I just go ahead and say, no, it's okay. That's actually kind of funny. So we do things where it's like, so we really, customer is really first. A lot of companies, that's just, what they say, and some really, try to mean it, but from a smaller business, we take it to heart, because it's what we're doing. We're trying to support our family. And we also don't want anyone else to try to take advantage of this brand, and have our current customers say, hey, well, it was better back then, and I don't want that to happen.
Right.
So I'll start with our first product,
right.
which is our duck treats. This is a blend that works for Ace, and it's just pure duck that is 70% boneless breast and 30% liver. And the liver's a nice kicker in there, because it makes it extremely attractive. We are in the picky eater market, so if your dog or cat would like to try this is good for cats too.
Okay.
So it's so pure that we accidentally went into the cat market with this product. Our customers started to give us reviews on Amazon that our dogs love it, and so do our cats. And we were a little bit taken back. We found out that cat owners. I've never had a cat before.
Yeah.
That cat owners, they are looking for any treat that works for their cat, and our treat is actually completely safe for a cat, but they want to find something that works, just because they might be extremely picky. And so we went into the cat market with this product, and this is sourced from Maple Leaf Farms, is where we get our meat.
Okay.
So you'll find through our product lineup that our sourcing is extremely, extremely well known, and for some reason they also are family businesses too. So
That's awesome.
So Maple Leaf is international, but they are still family owned. I really appreciate. They actually buy our product, which is their product freeze dried, and people understand what freeze dried is. It is taking something and suspending it by removing all the moisture gently, and that process is bringing something down to -40 and putting a vacuum on it for about 2 days straight, and then you remove all the way to possibly about 3 to 4% of the moisture. Oxygen absorber goes in the package. All oxygen is gone. So then this package, in this current plastic package, is good for 2 years until you open it.
Wow.
And then
wow.
We have kind of an accidental product, which is our #1 product on Amazon right now.
You've
This
had a
is
lot
our-
of happy accidents. You've got dog treats that are good for cats, and now you've got an accidental product that's now #1 on Amazon. That's awesome. That's what you look for, right? That's great.
Yeah, #1 from our product line. I don't want to insinuate that we're like number
No,
one. But,
yeah, no,
Yep.
right.
So when we were designing this product in March of 2017, it took me all the way till November to sell the first bag. I was cutting these by hand, and we had a lot of crumbs, and those crumbs, and the meat is very expensive, especially when you first start out. You don't have a distributor, you don't have like a direct thing to Maple Leaf. You order from someone else, and so trying it out, it was not really cost effective from a product standpoint, but I wanted to see what I needed to make to meet the quality, and then I would figure out how I would get it direct. So I was really like, okay, this is not going to be a viable business if I have all those crumbs. People don't want crumbs in their bag. I said, I'm going to have to make something to sell of those crumbs because my dogs will eat them and love them, but it's going to be way too much and I won't have a business. So the topper came out at the same time. So I designed this immediately as I was designing this bag because I knew there was a problem with viability of the company. And the craziest thing is that all I wanted to do is sell like 10% of this product just to have money come back so I can purchase more meat instead of this going to waste or not becoming any type of cash flow. So the topper was is the same formula as this.
That's fantastic. And that you just can sprinkle on anybody's, the dog food, right? That just gets sprinkled on, or they could use it as a treat, right? Either way.
Right. You can actually purchase the treats and then break these up and use that as a topper, or you can get this format and then you can get the spoon, and then just one spoonful is good, and you can get about 40 to 50 mils out of this bag.
Okay, so wow. Yeah.
There's about 100 grams in here. Always a little bit more. 2 to 3 grams is what's on a spoon, just any spoon from your drawer. And then you sprinkle it on and mix it in. And what the pet's going to do is they're going to look for those particles, and then they're going to eat their food. So what happened with this thing and why this has become so big is that they also have trouble with their pets having food allergies. And they are looking for anything for them to eat regularly, or they're getting to an age where they're not eating consistently and regularly, and or not completing all their food. So they're very worried about them. So we actually get really kind of emotional reviews about this product.
Yeah. Well, if you're dealing with somebody that's a picky eater and as a pet parent, it's, you're at wit's end trying to help your dog eat, right? They need energy and sustenance to get by, right? Especially if they're older or they're frail, or at any age, right? At any health, but particularly senior dogs and things like that, you really want them to continue to eat. And so it's amazing. It's life-changing when you can find something that works. That's great.
It really is. Like, I have a senior pup, so once they start to not be interested in that food, it can really start to decline their health so quickly if you can't get them to eat. So once you have that thing that actually gets them to eat again, it is life-changing, and and you never want to be without it. So the fact that we're a family, we consider our customers family, that is huge, because once you find that thing that works, you're going to have somebody that's a customer for life, because it really does change everything.
Yeah.
So this is over 50% of our sales on Amazon out of all of our other products. So that's pretty good. And by the way, my wife said this is when I was still cutting by hand. I moved on to molds now, but she was like, "Well, what happens when we run out of crumbs?" Because we started selling a lot of these, and then so now basically I just crush them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have to make trays of toppers now, and so it's not when you get this, don't think you're getting leftovers or anything. You're actually
Right.
getting,
No,
actually
yeah.
making this specifically now because this is a volume. It was just at the beginning that we were like, what are we gonna do? Because
Right.
we're not gonna
Happy accident, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
these two products were gonna be the only products that I was going to make.
And I look and see all the bags in front of you now.
So
good intentions.
we have a lot to get through here. I want to go ahead and go to this next product here. If you don't, is that okay?
Yep.
Oh yeah, keep going, keep going. I want to know about all of them. Yeah,
Actually,
this is great.
So this product is the plain sweet potato, and this one is open it up and show you. It's very thin chips. This was suggested by a customer, and it's just a sweet potato that's sliced thinly.
Yeah, like a potato chip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So it's freeze dried, and
wonderful.
This is hit or miss on a pet because it's plain. So I didn't like just Pugalicious is supposed to be awesome, so I didn't want someone to be like, well, my pet didn't like that treat. You're not really Pugalicious, So I made this treat. So this one is a little bit darker in color, and
what's the name of that one? It's sweet potato and what?
It's duck coated and
duck coated. Ooh.
So to let you know, from a product standpoint, I think there's only maybe one other company doing this type of formula, and also I'm the one that labels it duck breast because it is duck breast. Oh, and this is all human grade. It's the same duck breast that goes into fine dining. So remember.
Oh wow, okay. Great.
Everything that we have is the proteins are, but it is raw, so don't eat it yourself until you cook it. But don't do that either. Just buy the duck from Maple Leaf Farms. So this is duck liver coated, and this one is very attractive to pets because of that duck liver on there.
Yeah,
It's very thinly coated. We don't like to use a lot of duck or organs in a product completely because if someone were to overindulge. So this is very lightly coated and very low fat. Getting back to this product, this one was made for someone whose pet had pancreatitis.
Okay.
So it's 1% fat. So they always tell me what they want, and then I go try to make it.
Wow.
This one is 4.
Well, and the sweet potato helps with I don't mean to interrupt. Sweet potato helps with fiber and digestion and all that kind of stuff too. So there's lots of other benefits to the sweet potato treats.
Yeah, it does. It does. I don't think it's really for cats, but customers are feeding it to their cats too. It's just extra fiber. I think cats more want the proteins. Actually, we have a 100% duck liver for the cats because that is a product line that is very small. Like I said, the duck liver is not really regulated by us, but we can do it. But I just want to make sure people don't overindulge. It's like candy. Too much candy is not good for you.
Right.
But for cats though, we have this product as well, and we actually don't know which cats like the best. Some people tell me this one or this one. So we don't really know. I don't have the data on that yet. This is just a smaller version. So we call this our little day pouch, which is good for the park
or traveling.
For resorts. Yeah. So we sell in resorts and things like that. So people like that, if they want to buy that for a day for them the resort to give it to them.
Nice.
We have the medium size as well.
Okay.
We also have another large duck topper, and then here's the bison.
Okay.
So the bison is really cool from a business standpoint because it's only 1% of the market or less. So if you were a company and people want bison and it's 1% or less as a treat out there. And when you go looking into those bison treats out there, there's not many of them that are have a few ingredients. They have like more of, you know, preservatives. They're not freeze dried. You don't maybe there's a mixture of chicken or beef in there, but they put bison on the front. So our first product with bison, we do about 50% sweet potato in with this to help with the cost of the bison. So the bison is probably why it's 1%. It's not because it's not wanted. It's just that it is expensive. And so I was like, well, we can, you know, mix the sweet potato in there. This is actually my most labor intensive product. And maybe for the viewers out there, everything that you see here has been made by me, which is all freeze dried by me. Don't have any employees. I've probably made close to 6,000 bags so far.
Wow.
Within 4 years.
That's fantastic. Well, and it's great that you're solving a need, right? For people that are looking for limited ingredient treats. I think this is fantastic. And to know that they're made in the USA, they're handmade, they're all natural, like, you know where they're sourced from. You know, that's just huge. Anymore, you just don't really know if you're buying something off the shelf, you know, how did it get there?
Well, and it sounds like you're really taking your customers' feedback to heart. So it's the things that they're saying, or that the feedback that they're giving you, that sort of starts you on, okay, well, let's try to tweak this, or let's try to make something that would work for them. So if you could tell us like a favorite customer story that you have, or, you know, something that kind of ties along with that, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I think one of them was really the topper experience, you know, finding out that customers really like the toppers. That was one of them. I would say another one is I've probably been to 200 or 300 different events. So I usually, this table here and this thing behind me has traveled with me many places. And at the events, I meet a lot of customers, and, you know, they have their pets with them, and I ask them, you know, can I, you know, try a treat out with them? And because, you know, I don't know if they have a food allergy or something, so I act the same way, because that's, you know, how we would like to be treated. So they say, well, my pet does not like treats, but you can try, just don't worry, it's not your treats, it's my, you know, stuff. He doesn't like treats. So the key with our treats right here, I usually start off with this pure duck. It really gets them hooked. So if they're a picky eater, all they have to do is like lick it or crunch into it. There's an advantage to the freeze-dried process, other than the disadvantage of the equipment is expensive and the long time it takes to remove the moisture, is that it's a taste explosion. So so when they taste it, and there's probably some videos on our Instagram where I always tell customers, always, once they taste it and have the first one, watch the second one, because they go crazy. So example would be they didn't like treats or didn't want treats. They eat this, and then I'm saying, hey, let's try this. And then they're like, oh my God, there's 2 treats that just went crazy. So this product is just as tasty as this one, but is less cost for the customer and myself. And it's less calories and less fat. Plus, so this one's really good for training. This one's good for training too, but you're gonna have more fat and more calories and things like that. So this one is where you feel
sweet potato, duck flavored sweet potato. Yep.
Yeah, coated.
Yeah. Coated. And, yep. I'm sorry. Yep.
And so that's pretty cool, because you have the same type of product or same attraction as this one, but this one is just coated.
Yeah. So, well, we've got Kelsey. She said her doggy would love a taste explosion.
It's crazy. I mean, the science behind that is that there's limited moisture in your mouth. So if you ever had a freeze dried anything like a strawberry, it's different than having a strawberry that's not freeze dried.
Right.
And then another thing is the difference between dehydration and freeze dried is dehydration. Most likely you're going to be using a lot of heat, and that heat will reduce the nutritional value about 40%, 38%, I believe, and then
breaks up the proteins, right? So when you use heat, yes,
a lot of foodies out there. You know, some are like, I don't want to cook my broccoli. I want to have all those vitamins or
right.
So that's the same thing. And when you look at a freeze dried product, you can actually freeze dried lasagna and add water to it, and then it's exactly the way it was, and then you can store that for 25 years in the right type of thing. So that's freeze dried is really neat. A lot of people know it for the little ice cream sandwiches that you send up to space station or something.
Yeah.
Right. Astronaut food.
Right. So these the bison is doing very well. As a selling point, it is, like I said, my biggest labor intensive product. Just because I have to peel all the sweet potatoes and then I puree them with a very big buffalo chopper, and there's no relationship between buffalo chopper and this. And a fun fact for you is that bison are in United States, and there are no buffalo. So just remember that.
All right. We've got Jason here. He says his dog eats too fast to taste. And Kelsey said she needs to try some astronaut food too. But Kelsey also has a question. So Kelsey, if you missed out at the beginning, she's asking if these are grain free because her dog can't have corn products.
Yes,
so
they're
all
exactly. Yeah, as you see from our bags, there is only the meat that's listed. There's nothing else
duck
added.
And duck liver. There's duck and sweet potato. There's bison and sweet potato, or just the duck treats. So yeah, and Kelsey, part of the reason behind this, Pat and his wife Michelle getting into this is because his dog had allergies as well. So if your dog can't have corn products, it's the same kind of thing, right? It's those limited ingredient treats that are just so amazing. I just think this is really, really, really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, we're using that freeze-dried process to provide the ability not to add any preservatives or additives to the products. So that's why. Yeah. And then also there's a big question to me is when you read not just a preservative in one of these other treats, there's a lot of other things in there that confuse me, and I don't know why they're necessarily in there. I find it more complicated to have more things to mix in or something. So we don't even use a vitamin E. So the product, you'll use the product before it really oxidizes, but since it doesn't have any preservatives, it is completely sealed in here and everything is fine for 2 years. But once you open it, the product within like 2 weeks, you'll probably won't have it for 2 weeks, but we do have different sizes too. So it would just oxidize, and it won't be. It's just like a freshness thing. So it's not. Like, it's just a freshness thing. So we have some customers. We're going to be doing like maybe have some different types of. Well, sometimes I throw them in the freezer, and if I'm not using something, or if I make a big batch. Yeah. It's not called for or needed, but we're going to even use maybe some jars or something in the future for some different types of toppers that you want to use slowly or something like that.
Sure.
But most pets don't have any change. We do have super picky pets that want the freshest Pugalicious. But
and that's when you get the little bags so that you can open them up and go quickly, and then you've got another little bag ready to go. So
that's exactly what I was going to say. You guys have already, you have the different size packages. So depending on if you have lots of dogs or if you only have one little dog, like Patty's little Ginger, she would probably be getting the smaller bag just so she could go through it and have it as fresh as possible.
Exactly. So Ginger would have the most freshest treats possible.
Yeah. I mean, that's something I can keep from the customer and not really talk about it. But we actually put it on the back of our bag. It says, use within 2 weeks. And we really, that's just saying I want to make sure that, we kind of educate what kind of product it is. I can always add a vitamin E, but I didn't really want to at this point. And we've sold 6,000 bags. And we just want to, let people know that, since it is completely natural, Oxygen does its thing. So,
Yeah.
but we don't usually have that issue. We always hear from our customers that the bag is gone.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Just to let everyone know that since we are a small business and we do have a product that is definitely unique and could be expensive, we offer different sizes to make sure that pricing is appropriate. And also we are offering different types of products which are less expensive for the chips and things. So
That's so great for you to be considerate of the price point, right? I mean, it's one thing to make the world's greatest treat, you know, all natural, all healthy, but if people can't afford it or regularly purchase it, especially for dogs with allergies, right? You want that something, or that treat topper that for picky eaters, you want to be able to continue to supply your pup with such amazing goodness. So it's really great that you're considerate of the various price points and stuff, and how to be able to get that into people's hands, because it's really where it does the most benefit, right? Which is really neat.
That's correct. So I didn't come from, you know, a family of money or anything, but I appreciate my upbringing, and that's just something that comes with by nature, is that you want a good value, you want something that's great for your pet,
Right.
but you know, sometimes you don't have that type of extra expense.
Right.
So that's why, like, the process of actually doing all this work myself is not just to keep the overhead low, but it actually helps me design the products appropriately. I can give you an example, which would be if you want to do like a lower cost, like vegetable or something like that. So I designed a pumpkin where I sliced the pumpkin like chips like this, and it was plain. Ace didn't like it.
Okay.
Rocky, my lab, he loved it. He'll eat anything. He's just, but yeah, you have to keep that in mind, because I need to consider all my customers and all.
Right.
But when I took pumpkin and we had it in a pureed format and freeze dry it, now the pumpkin, which is the same exact pumpkin, 100%.
Right.
Now Ace likes that. So.
Okay. So it's a texture thing, probably.
I think it might
Maybe?
be helpful for that taste explosion. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Taste.
So when it's that chip,
Yeah.
I think the fibers are just too
Right.
tight, and they don't
Right.
have like that taste explosion. But it's unbelievable. So just a different format. Actually, now this will work for many pets instead of just a few, or hit or miss.
That's great. That's great.
These are all new. These are all new, by the way.
I love that. Yeah, I don't remember seeing pumpkin on your website, so that's great.
No, there's going to be a lot more coming soon.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, what can you tell us about all the wonderful things that are going to be coming in the future?
So we have pumpkin, what I just showed you. We've got duck coated carrot chips.
Carrot. Yeah.
We're working with also venison, a company out in
Nice.
New Zealand. So that's pretty far away. And plain. So we're adding. So what we're adding is additional chip line in addition to these products. So we are going to add a bison to this, and a venison.
Oh, okay.
So that means for sweet potato, you'll have 4 options for these.
Nice.
They will start off in a smaller bag, and I would say they're going to be around $6 to $8.
Okay, great. Wow.
For those.
Yeah.
They're going to be just half the size.
Yeah.
These are going to be another 4 products. You'll have the plain carrots, you'll have venison coated, duck coated, and then bison coated.
Okay.
So that also will be even inexpensive for the bison, because it's just a coating. So now you can enjoy bison in your life and not have to break the bank. And I think those will still be between $6 to $8 when we break down the pricing. If my headset goes out, I'll switch to the speakers. So sorry, it keeps on telling me something.
Oh, no.
No worries.
We can hear you just fine. So if you're having troubles, just let us know. But
It might cut out, but I'll switch over. But so we got the pumpkin. We were gonna do possibly a pumpkin and duck liver.
Okay.
And I went over the chips with you guys. Blueberries. I'm gonna have to do something with those. I have to do a redesign. That one is we did it as whole blueberries and I punctured them, but they weren't consistently drying out the way I wanted them to.
Okay.
They're gonna do probably a blueberry with duck at some point somehow. These will all be launching on the website in these bags as I get testing done.
Yeah.
And then they'll be launching into the professional bags. And the reason why we're doing so many products at once is that to save money, we put them all in one order, and they don't charge us for the variations as long as right. So we have to do things like that because we are a small company.
Well, and it's great to kind of do your product testing out in the real world, right? And see what products are doing really well and which ones, and then you kind of continue to expand on those lines, which is great.
Right. And another advantage to us is that if I purchase like 1,000 or something, even a product is moving slow, I usually will go through them so it's not a waste. When you're a larger company, you're like, okay, you got to figure out what the market completely wants, and we don't have to do that because we will usually sell them and people want to try them out, and we haven't made a bad product yet. I have to say.
I can't imagine. They all sound fantastic.
And that's actually really crazy because when you first make your first product, you don't know really what you're doing because you're like, okay, all these other people the treat market is so big. And then we started to find out how we separated from the actual treat market from all other companies. And that's really, it's unbelievable because it's all just simple things I'm doing here. And you're probably wondering, okay, why isn't anyone else doing just the sweet potato and bison? I can't answer that. I don't know why. Why is anyone just doing plain carrots? Or we're actually going to do a pumpkin topper as well.
Oh, fantastic. I bet you that one would work.
Yeah. So Jason has mentioned as well that his dogs love pumpkin and beets. So that might be a beet, might be another.
There you go. See, he's collecting customer data right as we speak. This is amazing. Yeah. You're awesome. I think that's so fantastic that you're listening to the people that you're serving. I think that's a rarity in the industry.
It's great when I don't have any red tape. I can just I have 5 freeze dryers. Well, I have 4 right now, and I have a 5th one coming in. And when I first was running the first one, I had a lot of questions, and now that I've kind of understand how things run and what's good and what's bad, I feel very confident in the level of what we're doing here. And when we're getting these products together, I just kind of just go with the flow. I know, okay, this one may take a little bit longer. And then our freeze dryers have a computer and they actually help get us to the point. But then I know certain products need a few more hours to make sure that they're at the percentages that they should be at. So it's great because I can answer all these things and I can make this product right now if I wanted to and have it out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. I love your motivation, your inspiration, your energy, your dedication. I think it's just amazing. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you today, Pat. I just love all the wonderful things that you've been able to share with our audience. And there's no reason not to go and fill your shopping cart with one of everything at the bare minimum of all the good stuff that you shared with us today. They all sound wonderful.
Yeah, you can always contact us through our website. There's a place there, and also it's just Pugalicious Pet Treats. Did it cut out?
Nope, we can still hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. My left ear. Can you hear now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
Oh, wow. All right. So he does have a mic on that one. So we'll charge the other one. That's how we do it. See, you've got problems and you solve them right away. Yeah, so you can contact us directly if you're local in the area in Cincinnati. I go to events all the time. We actually have an event every Wednesday at the West Side Brewing. So West Side, so it's just it's a standing event. We have some family members over there that told me to stop by and go to the doggy day on Wednesday. So I take Rocky over there, and we go over there and we actually pick a big table, and then our customers just randomly rotate in and out. I'm only there for about 2 hours. And recently, people have been purchasing food and just, I know COVID, we're trying to be safe and all, but we have wrapped items.
Right, right,
But
right.
it's nice to see some of the customers and sit down with them and talk to them. And we do make a few people that will purchase, but majority of the events that I partake in, I'm not really there to sell. It's there for exposure.
Mhm,
We have I think 18 stores now here locally. We have Amazon.
At your website, right?
Website.
Pugaliciouspettreats.com.
We have an interest in Hilton Head because we took a vacation down there and we gave a sample away down there to a store. So their first order's not through yet, but then someone in Gatlinburg. So we actually haven't had time to follow up on some of these sales opportunities
Oh, I
because
bet.
I've been a little bit busy with
Well, with a one-man band, yeah. Well,
right,
two
right.
man, one woman band.
Well, and
Good
also
stuff.
remember my wife is the CEO, so she does a lot of the administration things,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
she's the one that really, she sparked the whole idea of, uh, you know, she knows so much about our dogs and their medical
Yeah,
that's really where it kind of came from, and then I just kind of followed suit. But she couldn't make it because she has her day job, and I actually still do some contract engineering. So I'm not 100% with Pugalicious just because we still need cash for the growth, and
right, right,
we don't have
right.
any loans and no investors.
This is great, though. It's
Um,
so inspiring to see you guys put so much. Obviously, it stems from the love and care that you have for your own dogs, right? And just that has um, blossomed into something just really spectacular, not only for you and your family and your furry best friends, right? But for everyone else that comes in contact with you and your company and your wonderful products. So if anybody out there would like to know more about where to get all these good stuff, if they want to buy stuff, so they can go to Amazon, they can go to your website, which is preferred, right? So, and we've got a link to the shop in this
In the
event
description. Yep.
description, yeah, below. So check that out there. And then you're on Facebook, and where else are you that if people want to
yeah,
learn more about what you're
Instagram.
doing?
We're pretty
Instagram
big
and
on.
Facebook. Okay.
Well, Facebook, we have some following there, but our larger platform is Instagram right now. It's got a lot of
Okay.
pictures from the customers. We do.
Wonderful.
We have some things we sent to other Instagrammers on there, and some of them are actually in Europe. So you'll see some pictures from some pets, and so Publish is not has gone international to a degree, and I think we've sold some things to. We've probably sold to every state in the United States. I think we've sold to Puerto Rico's. Well, we have a regular customer down there for toppers. It's all that
Okay.
person orders. And then we also sold to Hawaii. So I think we've hit a lot of places,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
very encouraging. And
Yeah. It
That's
our
is.
wonderful.
customer base is extremely strong. So that's we have customers that are purchasing regularly.
Yeah, well, it's all a
Excellent.
testament for all the effort and work and dedication that you and Michelle are putting into the business. Really, truly is a reflection of all of that. So thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your story. And we've got a lot of fans watching right now that are sharing all kinds of hearts and loves and little pumpkin icons, little emojis. So thank you
Sure.
so much for being with us today, Pat. This was fantastic. And everybody, please go to pugaliciouspettreats.com. Fill up your shopping cart with all kinds of wonderful goodies. I mean, think about all the birthdays. You could give, your best friends that have pups or family members, or, you name it. There's all kinds of good reasons to fill your shopping cart up with all their wonderful products. So thanks again, Pat.
If you order over $30, you get free shipping.
There you go. Let's do it. Come on, everybody. Fill up those carts. Free shipping. That's awesome. Thank you again. That's great. Thank you so much. I can't wait for Ginger to give it a try. I know she's going to go bananaramas over these. So thank you again.
And we do have a winner.
Oh yeah, we have a winner. How could I forget? So yeah. I was hoarding those for Ginger, maybe. No. So yes, we do have Pat. Thank you, Hillary, for the reminder. Has generously offered a bag of the famous duck treats, right? That you're giving away today.
Yeah.
And
I'll probably get some duck chips in there too. Why not?
Oh, you're so nice. So Ann Copeland, congratulations on winning the giveaway. Yeah. And I'm so jealous. That's fantastic. We'll get in touch with you directly to get your contact information so Pat can get those out to you right away. So thanks for the reminder, Hillary. I totally forgot. That's always the best part, is giving stuff away. So congratulations, and thank you again, Pat, for your time with us today. This was fantastic, and we hope to have you back and get Michelle back in front of our audience as well to chat. We'd love to meet her.
Okay, sounds great.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great day.